In this Map Suite MVC Edition sample app walkthrough, we're going to show you how you can create your own in-memory feature layer. If you're not familiar with in-memory feature layers, they can be used for a wide variety of things. Most commonly, it's when you have your feature data in some other source that Map Suite doesn't natively support, or your own custom back-end database like a SQL Server or Access database, or even a text file or some user input. So let's take a look at the code to see how these shapes here were drawn on the map and added to an in-memory feature layer. So for this example, all of our code is just in the view source when the application is loaded. And here we're just adding the map to the web page and setting its current extent accordingly. And then down here we're going to go ahead and create an in-memory feature layer. And so you can create as many in-memory feature layers as you would like and add as many features to each one of them as you would like too. But in this case we're just going to go ahead and add one. And here's where we're actually adding the features to the in-memory feature layer. And we're doing that. We're going to create a polygon, a multi-point, a line, and a rectangle. You can also just do points and things of that nature. And here's how we're actually creating these features is we're creating them from well-known text data. You're not limited to creating these from well-known text. Well-known text is just one format that's pretty common in the GIS industry for representing feature data. But let's say you just got an X and a Y in a database of the coordinate of where your feature is. You can add that as a point just as easily by creating a new feature and passing in that X and Y value. So this is showing you how to do polygons, lines accordingly, and depending on how your data is structured, you can add these features a multitude of different ways. Another thing this sample doesn't show you that you should be aware of is that you can add column data along with each of your features too. You'll just need to go ahead and identify what columns you want to be available on the layer after you create it. By just adding to the columns collection, and then when you create your new feature, you'll also want to add your data to the column for each individual feature as well. And that'll allow you to do things such as labeling, if you have some text along with your feature, or if your user clicks on any of these features to show more information. And we've also got some more detailed samples on the wiki that show some more advanced features of this in-memory feature layer. This is just a really simplified one to get you acquainted with it. So after we've added our features, we need to tell the map control how we want to render it, so how we want these features to be displayed on the map. And since in this case we have polygons, multi-points, lines, and rectangles, we need to set a lot of different styles for each geometry type, or feature type I should say. So the first one we're going to set is the area style, and we're going to go ahead and make all of our areas royal blue with a little transparency, and our outline color just a standard blue without any transparency. And then for our line style, we're going to make that a red line with the width of 5 and a little transparency there at 200. And then for our point styles, we're going to give a green circle for our point styles there. Then finally, we're just telling the map control we want to apply these styles for all zoom levels. So just like any other layer, you can turn these styles off and on at various scales and only display this layer information, if the user zoomed in far enough, and so forth. And then lastly, we just add that in-memory layer to our overlay and render the map out accordingly. So the result is you can see our areas have this semi-transparent blue fill with the blue outline, our red line with the width of 5, and then our green points that we set up in the style code. So I'd invite you to learn more about the in-memory feature layer because it's used quite extensively in Map Suite by a lot of our customers, especially if you've got data coming from other sources, such as your database or text files or even user input. It can be really handy. So I hope this sample app walkthrough has been helpful. Please feel free to contact us if you have any questions, or you can post your questions directly on our discussion forums at thinkgeo.com/forums. Thank you for watching.